there's a lot of front-end web developers who are struggling to get started and find jobs on Upwork. And I think one of the biggest mistakes you make is that you don't understand that people who are looking for freelance front-end web developers are looking for different things than employers who are looking to give you a job. They're looking for different things, and you need to adapt the way that you communicate and present yourself so that you become attractive to people who are looking for freelancers. You know, Upwork, finding jobs on Upwork, the process is very similar to finding jobs outside of Upwork. The big difference is how you need to present yourself, because the way that you must build a good Upwork profile, the way that you must communicate needs to be different from the way that you build a resume and the way you present yourself in a job interview. The biggest thing that I think you should take away from this is that the people who are looking for freelancers are not necessarily looking for a skill set, they're looking for a product, all right? Freelancers, you usually get hired for a one-time contract because they want you to build one project. As a freelance front-end web developer, it's going to be very rare that you're going to find a client who wants you to build multiple websites for them. Usually they have a company where they just need one website for that company, and maybe they're going to ask you to do updates in the future, but they don't need you to build a lot of websites. They don't understand web development and programming that much. Usually they have like a website, a business that is not in the programming sphere. And because of that, they don't really know the different types of programmer. And presenting yourself as a front-end web developer doesn't really mean anything to them. You know, you're not applying to a web agency, you're not applying and talking to tech people, you're just talking to people who want to get a website. And I think the best way to present yourself is, even though you're a front-end web developer, I believe you should present yourself as a web developer and designer. And the reason for that is that the people who are looking for a website, and they're not like tech people, they're going to look at the way you present yourself, and they're going to be like, okay, this guy can make a website that looks good because you're a web developer and designer. They're probably looking for a guy that can do everything, so that it's going to be as simple and fast as possible for them to get their website done or website update done. And you're probably thinking that you're not a web designer, and my advice to you would be to learn some basic design skills, because if you're good at coding and you're bad at design, you're probably not going to find a lot of jobs. They're going to look at your portfolio and they're going to want to see things that look good. They don't know anything about code usually. For example, if you're talking with people who sell mushrooms or sell, I don't know, art supplies, they probably don't know anything about code. So they expect every developer is going to be good. What they're going to determine whether or not they hire you is going to be on how good what you code looks. If you want to get really good at freelancing and be able to find high-paying freelance jobs, subscribe to this channel, because I make videos daily to help you find freelance jobs and help you become a highly paid freelance web developer. And I'll see you in my next videos.